everybody. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Oh, good morning. All right.
I'm here.
I am here too. I am a mess.
Are you still catching up from vacay?
Oh my gosh, I can't. Today I went to work out.
Are you still catching up from vacay?
Oh my gosh. I went to work out for the first time today. So I feel like I'm more not put together than normal. Oh man. Okay. So I'm going to take a minute here to share. Okay. Share in a post. Okay. Post to Facebook. This is still a little bit clunky, you know?
Yeah, a little bit.
Copy. I think. Yeah, it's still a little bit like, how do we do this? Sharing stuff. Diet recovery. I shared it to my page if you can find my page.
Okay. Sharing.
And then we'll share to a page. Good morning, everybody. So good to see you. Switch. All right. It's on the pages. I just don't know how they find it. This is all new to us.
I don't know how some of those viewers, like they're on YouTube, kind of like how we did with Zoom, and it's like goes on there live. I don't know.
Yeah, I know with keto or with YouTube, it's very, very simple. If you want to catch our lives each time, you just you want to just click the little red bell, and it will tell you when we go live. So if you want to subscribe to our page, that's the best way to find it. Oh my goodness! You ever look at yourself in the camera and think probably today is not a great live day?
That's what makes us all natural. We're fine. We're not fake. We come as we are.
So yeah, this coach is just back from vacation. We spent the week on the beach and had, I would say, a restful time. I did a lot of work, which I always do. That's not uncommon. People always yell at me the first day, like, "Aren't you on vacation?" I'm like, "Shut up. That's what I do. At least I'm working on the beach."
Can I tell you what I told other people? I said, I'm just bracing myself for Coach Monica having some R&R, but her mind's still going. And so we have a lot of new plans. So I know that we have a lot of new plans, a lot of new things that we're going to be doing. I don't know what they are yet.
Yeah.
But I'm ready for it.
That's real. That is real.
It's real.
100% real. Yeah.
So I'm holding on to my seat.
Now I figured out the recipe. The recipe for me actually going on vacation and enjoying like restful time is I have to go 2 weeks, because the second week I've decompressed and I'm like, oh, there's the beach.
Yes.
And then I leave my computer in my room, and I forget it. I forget it. But no, that's not to say I didn't have a good time. I have a good time, and I do my best thinking sometimes on the beach, where I can just not have a lot of clutter in my head.
Well, because you have a lot of wind going in your ears, and you can't really think about anything else but that wind going.
No. And to be fair, my coach kept calling me every day.
I didn't know. I called you like 3 times.
I know. I needed an excuse.
Yes, you did. But good morning, Gary.
Hey,
How
Gary.
are you doing?
Oh, Gary, it's a hot mess today. My gosh. I just got back from workout. It was arm day, and I have been away from that. That is something I did take a break from. Although I did still practice for my 10K. So nice. I ran on the beach every day except for like one day. So yeah, it was a good time. Yes. It was relaxing. I did create a new program. So we got some really exciting things that we're going to be announcing here shortly. Not ready to do it just yet, but yeah, some exciting stuff happening in KF health coaching world. So did you have a good week?
I did. It was, and
Good.
I was, I got to take hold of your clients
Oh,
this
yeah.
last week,
Yeah.
and oh my goodness, like I it was sad to let them back to you, but anyway, like
They all did so well.
they
Like,
did amazing.
oh, I was dreading coming back. So there have been, vacations that I've come back to a hot mess, with all my clients off the wagon, on the wagon, falling over the wagon, drunk on, I mean, it's just, you could come back to anything. And like literally yesterday was a full day for me, like 8 hours. You saw my schedule.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
I was like kind of nervous. They did amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did amazing. So the
They
real
sure
life
did.
keto thing, it really works. It really, really works. Teaching
Yes.
how to live real life. Um,
Yeah.
and even there was a client that was co vacationing in a different country. She did amazing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just love it. I'm so excited when I do that. And I
Yeah.
promise to do the same for your clients when you're gone in May.
Good. That's this
So
month.
yes. I don't think one of your clients in particular will be able to handle me. Just saying.
I don't
You know
know.
who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know who I'm
I know.
talking about.
I know. It's gonna be fine. I mean, they're used to me, so
So
I like the phrase though, like you said that we like to teach the clients the things, and
yeah,
I love the phrase of we like to teach our clients how to fish.
yes,
Because once you teach
right.
them how to fish, like
Yeah,
I love that. Like we
yeah.
teach them how to fish,
Uh-huh.
so then they are knowing how to, like, if you do go on vacation,
Uh-huh.
they're not going to starve to death.
They're not
Well,
gonna
starve to
oh,
death. They're not
yeah,
going to go off the
yeah.
charts.
And they're gonna know that they're not gonna be perfect, as
Yes.
my journey was. I didn't go off plan, but I had too many drinks and I came back and I'm like, ouch, I feel every bit of it.
Yeah.
And like the liver detox to me at this point is not even negotiable. So yeah, so we teach them, you're not gonna be perfect, but at least if you're on plan, if you're tracking your macros, if you're doing all of the things, you're gonna come back and just hop right back on with us. So yeah,
Right.
so that kind of it brings us to what we're going to talk about today is the top 5 mistakes people make on keto. A lot of people think, and I blame the diet culture for this, but a lot of people think, oh, keto is so complicated. And I don't know. I was working while you were also working, and I just like in our support, it's like an Overeaters Anonymous, but
Yes.
our group support group, I just posted a 5-day meal plan for how to eat out. And it's not only just like, oh, it's specific. Here's how you eat out at these particular restaurants. And so those are all cool and everything. But if we don't, like you said, teach them how to fish, they're gonna get past, to day 6 and like, what the heck am I gonna do? So a lot of
Yeah.
people complicate keto, and give these meal plans and don't teach them how to really live outside
Yeah.
of it. So um, we're going to talk about the 5. And we talked a little bit before. I'll just refresh your memory because we're going off notes. Okay.
Thanks. I don't
So
have any. I'm
I'm
just
going to
going with
toss
it.
one over to you. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to toss the first one over to you. And I'm just randomly picking it, not tracking macros.
Oh yeah. Yes. A lot of times, we think that we can just eat what we want in moderation, but when
Mm-hmm.
you don't have that mindset of moderation,
Mm-hmm.
that carb creep world comes into play. Like our we go through different for women, we go through different hormonal stages in our month, and we are hungrier one week, maybe not so much another week. So
Mm-hmm.
we're not consistent.
Mm-hmm.
So when people decide, oh, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to live this new lifestyle, and I'm not going to track what I eat,
Mm-hmm.
and they are also bringing in those other trigger foods that are not
Mm-hmm.
going to help them be sustainable in that idea,
Mm-hmm.
then yes, they might lose weight. They might do the things for, maybe a
Mm-hmm.
month, maybe 2 months,
Mm-hmm.
but then they're going to get stuck
Right.
because they're not being consistent. They are not seeing what they're eating. They are eating over their macros. They are eating over their carbs.
Mm-hmm.
In the presence of insulin, you cannot lose weight when you're constantly eating. That's another thing. When you're constantly eating and having snacks in between meals, even, then you are
Yeah.
causing your insulin to spike yet again. So no, you're not going to necessarily lose the weight.
Right. It's like walking around in a pitch black, dark room,
Yeah.
trying to find, the dining room, and you can't see a thing. You're wondering, well, am I in the living room? Where am I? You don't know where you are when you can't see your goals right in front of your face. You got to have a light on, and that's what macros do. It's the light that kind of lights your path.
Yes.
Or you could have come from a starvation diet, and your metabolism could be all screwed up.
Yeah.
If you come to us from Optavia, we can't even work with you for at least 2.5 months until we reverse your diet, because you've been starving yourself and you've crashed your metabolism and it doesn't work. That's why you gain it back so quickly. These people are so excited when they lose the weight so quickly. They're like, ha, ha, ha. Make our clients like, well, maybe I'm on the wrong program. Well, what happens is the minute they start eating real food or go have a real breakfast, they gain 60 pounds within the last client that came to me said she gained 60 pounds in 2 months. And that's because she started eating normally. She stopped starving herself. So if you come to us from that stupid Optavia diet, we have to reverse your metabolism before you can even start to lose the weight.
Right.
Starving.
Can I mention, like, there was a period of time when we were just learning. We were we biohacked on ourselves all the time. So I always volunteered for those biohackings. I don't know if you remember that. But I went.
Well, you're my little sister, so that's what my job was. Hey, can you try this for me?
And I did. I had, like, my calories were probably 900 a day.
Yeah.
They were less than 1,200, which for everybody to know, it takes somebody in a coma. It takes a young child to live off of 1,200 calories. A child versus somebody in a coma. That is like big difference. So I was eating under that for, a couple of months. My energy, everything, it was terrible. I started losing my hair. I started to just not have the energy that I had when I first started, and I was eating the things. I was still eating keto foods. I was still eating low carb, high protein, not high protein, moderate protein, high fats. But my energy was just gone. And on top of that, I was working out 3 times a week, and it was hardcore workouts.
Yeah.
And I did not have the energy that I needed when I was working out. I thought, oh, I must be dehydrated, or I must be, my electrolytes must be low. Now, those were the cases, but it wasn't the only factor. So when you're waking up in the morning and you have no energy already, like, that is a problem.
Big problem.
Yes. Yeah.
Plus, the food tastes like crap when you're doing the starvation diet. Who wants to eat cardboard when you can have a piece of steak?
Yeah.
That's why I just crack up when people say keto is so unsustainable. It's like, you can either take a cardboard piece of crap, or you can have a steak with a bunch of butter, garlic butter on it.
This processed piece of crap, like, that's not from natural, that's from man-made stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
which actually, that's so cool, because that was the second mistake people make.
There you go.
You don't even know the list. That's funny. Eating too many processed keto-friendly snacks.
Yeah.
We have a lot of clients who depend on those. Well, number one, we have a pandemic, and no, I think it's an epidemic, because I think other countries get this, but we have a convenience pandemic or epidemic here, where we can't go home and cook our own meal because we are too busy. So we fly through the drive-through. We go grab a processed bar. We go grab these convenience things. And instead of taking 10 minutes for ourselves and creating a nice, healthy meal, we're addicted to convenience. It's really sad. It is really sad to where we've gotten to the space in our life that we can't even feed our kids good stuff. It blows me away when I watch parents in the drive-through for these fast foods because they're too tired to cook, which, if you improved your diet, you wouldn't be tired to cook. There's a reason why you're so tired.
Yeah.
But we're doing the same thing to our kids.
Yeah. And you fill your calendar up to the max brim.
Yeah.
So we are sorry. Not sorry. We're sorry, not sorry.
We're not sorry.
We're really not sorry.
Sorry, Gary. You know. It's so
anyway.
So
Yes.
And we have keto clients who do that. We really do.
Yes.
Until they relax into their new lifestyle, until they start implementing the self-care that we demand from them. We have those people who will just go, where's the next box of keto crap? We call it keto crap.
Yes.
And I'm not sorry to say that either.
Nope.
There's a lot of people. Now, you know me politically. I'm a capitalist. You can make a buck and you can do it honest way. Go for it, baby. And so I am not dissing on capitalism, but there are a lot of people trying to make a lot of money off of this, what they call a fad diet, which really was our ancestors' diet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're trying to make a buck off of our people. Well, you see it every day because you check my clients' macros, keto bread.
Yes.
The first ingredient in keto bread is wheat. If
I
it has
loathe
wheat,
it.
we do not eat because wheat is going to spike your glucose. It's going to kick you out of ketosis, and yet that bag of bread has the word keto on it. So these
And
poor
it's
people
convenient.
and it's convenient. They think they're doing it the right way because it has keto.
Yeah.
If it has the word keto on it, it's probably a scam. And I could say that probably with 90% accuracy.
And we can say that for paleo products too.
Absolutely.
Any sort, because it's not just about keto.
No.
Even those vegetarians or vegans, all of your, like a lot of those things are processed. That is like it's put up. They just have the name on there just so that you buy it.
And politicians have this way of listening to lobbyists who hand them the most money and who will allow non-accurate things on food labels. Guys, go to Clean Foods. Get that processed crap out. The seed oils that they put in those processed foods are enough. There's enough toxins in there to kill you. There is a bigger cancer rate when you have seed oils in your diet than there is smoking cigarettes. That was the latest statistic that came out. It just shocked me. And here we are dumping, vegetable oil down our guts, canola oil, all of these processed foods.
Yes.
And we're killing ourselves. But by golly, the word keto's on there, so it must be okay.
Since you're on YouTube, if you've clicked over here, you might as not right yet.
Oh,
after you're done, our viewers. After you're done watching us, go over and search how canola oil is made.
Oh, it's gross.
You're never gonna unsee that.
It is so gross.
So, not yet.
Yeah, wait till we're done.
Wait till we're done.
This girl that just worked out is much, much nicer looking than that. Oh my gosh. I can't unsee it. It is disgusting, and they allow it. They allow it in our food system. And so if you have stalled in your weight loss, there are reasons why. You could be eating too many keto sweets that are clean because there are keto sweets that are clean.
Yeah.
But it all goes back to insulin. In the presence of insulin, you're not going to lose weight. If you remember the study of the Pavlov's dog, in the whole, I think it was the counseling world, Pavlov's dog, when they rang the bell for these dogs, and then they would give them a treat, they would automatically start salivating. And it's the same thing for us. Anything sweet to the mouth is going to spike, even though it doesn't spike your glucose, it gets your pancreas prepared, saying, hey, you're going to send something down here that's sweet and yummy. I'm going to release insulin. In the presence of insulin, you don't lose weight. It's all science.
Yes.
It's all science. They call it, well, what about, it's a fad diet. No, it's science. It's science. There's a reason why, because our clients are on a calorie deficit, so they're going to lose weight, right? But they are healthy and they're reclaiming their health, reversing type 2 diabetes, reversing PCOS, having babies for the first time because they've changed the content and the chemicals that they put in their body, or starving themselves of the chemicals. So that was the second one, is too many processed keto friendly snacks, not getting enough electrolytes. I'm going to put all of these out there because we have about 10 minutes left, and so we're just going to hit them like a shotgun, with the spray.
Right. Got it.
I don't know if that's true or not, but not getting enough electrolytes, not being in a calorie deficit, and not being patient enough. So we just spewed all three of the last ones out.
Yeah.
Not getting enough electrolytes. There you go. Absolutely. That's my favorite chocolate.
This is my favorite. That's why. That's the
chocolate. They don't have chocolate mint until Christmas now, and I had the last one of mine.
I ordered multiple boxes.
I did too.
Even though I didn't need to.
I know.
Because
I
wanted the caramel.
Like the toilet paper in the Rona season. That's what I did too.
That's what I did.
But my favorite is the caramel.
Yes, mine is too.
You can't run your body without electrolytes.
Yeah.
When you lower your carbs, you get rid of the electrolytes. So, you hear about the keto flu. You don't have to have the keto flu.
Nope.
Keto flu is just a simple, it's just a simple formula of there's not enough electrolytes in my body. So not enough electrolytes. And then not being patient and not being in a calorie deficit. So you touched on the not being in a calorie deficit on the front side.
Yes.
You think you're eating all of the right foods. You've dropped your carbs. You're eating keto, but you're not in a calorie deficit. And you
Yes.
could not be in a calorie deficit for one of two reasons. Number one, you've starved yourself and you've crashed. Or number two, you're overeating.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You've got to be in a calorie deficit.
There's a point of being able to listen to your body, and then there's a point where you're actually listening to your old habits in your
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
Those things that, like you were saying with the whole, was it the bell, the whole thing when the bell rang, the
That
dogs,
one.
the thought of having a donut, like that
Mhm.
triggers the happy hormones in your brain.
Happy
It says,
dopamine.
happy dopamine. Yeah, and that's just for a split second, but that's what you're doing when you're thinking about, oh, that the old ways of
Mhm.
having those foods that you used to consume,
Yeah.
versus listening to what your body's telling you
Mhm.
when your stomach says, I'm full, I don't need any more. Like,
Mhm.
so yeah, there's difference in that. So you can't just base on, for
No.
me, my leptin button didn't work properly.
No.
So I was never full. I
No.
would eat a
You
meal
cannot
and then
intuitively and be in a
no, because then I would see my kids didn't finish their plate.
Oh,
And so
yeah.
then I would finish what was on their plate.
Yeah.
Even
Right.
though I ate a whole plate full of my own food,
Yeah.
I didn't want that to go to waste, and I wasn't gonna save it for later.
Yeah.
So that leptin button did not work
Didn't
for
work.
me.
No. No. And you could have gained weight. You can gain weight on keto.
Yeah,
And that's another
absolutely.
reason why we as coaches do not use a cold calorie calculator. There's a lot of calorie calculators online. That is not your individual numbers.
Right.
If I have a client over 3 months, the first 2 weeks, and you get really frustrated as a macro coach on that first 2 weeks, you're like, what the heck are they eating? Why are they eating why don't they have macros? I don't give them macros for the first 2 weeks because I want to see what they've normally eaten and I want to create their set of macros based on their personal body. Because if I gave them cold macros from a calculator, either they're not eating enough and they're in a severe calorie deficit, or they're eating too much, and that set of macros won't work. So we have to data collect on a client the first 2 weeks,
Yeah.
and that's why they get macros that work for them. And that's the difference between choosing a coach and going to a cold calculator. That cold calculator doesn't know you.
Right.
When you give us your intake and your food intake, we know you and we can give you exact macros to put you in. Now, here's the thing. We put you in a minor calorie deficit. We don't put you in an aggressive. Now, there's times, and there's times where you're like, Monica, this client is not eating. Well, we're in an aggressive 1 week work cycle where we're jolting that metabolism. So there's a scientific way that we do that with our clients very carefully. And so if you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose weight. And all the keto coaches out there and all of those intuitive coaches are like, oh, those coaches don't know. We have data under our belts to realize no.
Right.
Intuitive eating does not work. You have to be in a calorie deficit. Now, all calories are not the same. The
Right.
calories in an apple are different from a calorie in a donut. So calories carry different weights. Okay.
Yes.
And so that is true. And do different nutrients, obviously. An apple is fiber packed in a peel, whereas juice, that same amount of juice is 100% sugar. It's going to go right through you, whereas the fiber is going to slow things down a little bit. So,
right.
And so here's the last one. Let's nail the last one. What is your time frame looking like?
We're good. We're good.
All right. So the last one we want to spend a lot of time on. And before we go to that last one, we want to tell you, if you are struggling, if you're struggling with frustration on any of these levels, like, I don't know my macros, I don't know where to start. I'm afraid that I'm addicted to food. I'm afraid I'm addicted to the sugar, and I just feel really helpless. If that's you, go over to kmhealthcoaching.org. You will find Darcy's page. You will find my page. and you can book a call with us. That's the best way. If you are confused on, gosh, I don't know what package I need, I don't know what coach I need, I don't know where to start, that's the best place to start, is book a call. And we will give you a health assessment completely free. And we'll put you in the right category versus you just kind of randomly choosing on the internet. So if that's you and you're struggling, with your weight loss, go to kmhealthcoaching.org. Okay. And you'll find all of the deets over there. The other thing that I am gonna talk about is, we just released we just released a brand new webinar. Did you see that? I don't even know if Coach saw it yet. I told you I worked on vacation.
Remember that time when I said that you had a whole bunch of things planned and we haven't talked
Remember
yet?
that time? You remember?
I joined. I don't know what I joined in, but I joined.
Wasn't that the best? The best. Oh, see a rabbit hole. Was it Chris Farley who did? Remember that time? Was it Chris?
Yes.
Chris Farley. He is my ultimate favorite.
Yeah.
And
yes.
remember that time that I
remember that?
Yeah.
That
So we just released a new webinar. 5 days, 5 sessions on how to break emotional eating. Make sure you go. If you can find the direct link to that on kmhealthcoaching.org under our blog called Keto Identity.
Ooh.
If you can't find it, just message us.
I put the link in the comments.
Well, look at there. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that?
Look at that. So if you need help, we want you to know we're here. We're also here every Tuesday morning at 10, 11 a.m.
11 a.m.
Eastern Standard Time.
We're a little early today, but I have places
we had to make concessions for a coach who was thinking she was going on vacation or something. So this last one hits us hard. Is that my cup? Is that my cup? Oh.
No, this is my other cup.
I don't think you like my cup. I think you should give it to me. So the last one really touches hard, and that's the patience thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we cross over into the I'm not moving fast enough, so I'm going to go try the starvation diet, and we actually hurt our journey by doing that. We get a false premise on how fast we should lose weight, right? I remember, Darcy, you were talking to me when we first started this. Do you have some distractions in the back?
It's Mark. He's taking Clark to the groomer, and he couldn't find him, and he was right beside me. He didn't want to see me like, Clark.
He didn't want to go to the groomer.
No.
And now my dogs are in the background barking. I think they heard the word groomer.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Can you repeat all that?
So yesterday I was cutting a video for our webinar. Behind me, the bird was just going, woo, woo. He was having a concert behind me. And I was not going to recut the whole video.
No.
So that would be, a good incentive for you to go grab our webinar. And,
yes.
Listen to the concert.
Winston.
The concert. I remember you standing in front of the mirror and just saying, I wish I could laser this fat off my body.
Yes. Yes.
That is 90% of our clients. Mm-hmm. They get so frustrated because they think that weight loss should be instantaneous because the diet culture out there tells us what our bodies should look like, number one. The diet shots that are starting to fail like dominoes. I just watched this TikTok of this girl who said, I've been on Manjaro for 6 months. I lost this great amount of weight. The shot is not available to me anymore. So I was offered either a maintenance portion or to go off of it. And I was so tired of feeling sick and nauseous all the time. I thought I had my eating under control. She gained 60 pounds within 2 months. It was crazy. And so the fact of the matter is this fast weight loss carries grave. My dog just heard your door. My dog just heard your doorbell. She's at the door barking. But this fast weight loss carries massive consequences. Yes. If you lose a pound a week, that is the perfect rate. Mm-hmm. Sorry.
We give that scenario of the tortoise and the hare, and I absolutely love
it's beautiful.
That story. Fairy tale or not fairy tale. What is it called? The
fable? Is that a fable?
A fable or something?
Yeah.
But it's. I just love it because if you think about the tortoise, he got to the finish line.
He did.
Yes, he took a little bit slower,
Mhm.
But the hair in the end was he just
He lost.
lost it. He
He
lost
lost.
it because of that. And I love the idea
Yeah.
of taking it slow. I love being able to watch people like with the social media. I love watching
Mhm.
people's they may not be doing keto, but they are gun ho ready
Yeah.
to do the
Yes.
do or lose the weight, and it's
Steady.
slow and you
Slow and
see
steady.
their struggles
Yeah.
that they go through, but they're not giving up on it.
No.
And that is
No.
exactly what the tortoise, he did not give up.
No.
He got
And
there.
that hair, what if he was taking the weight loss shot, he was eating real food at the end and he was fat and sassy at the end. As the
I
fat and sassy. Isn't there a TV show about being fat and sassy?
have no idea.
There is. There is, I promise you.
He just probably described me at when I was 70 pounds heavier. I was sassy. All
That's
right.
right.
We need to hang out more often, you know?
I know. You guys, if this helped you in any way, would you go click the subscribe button? Would you share this with your family and friends? Because there are so many people who need hope. They need to know that they're not alone. That a lot of these feelings that have existed in their heads is just feelings. And if they just grabbed a hold of patience, of the science, they could do it. Totally do
Yes.
it. We have several openings. I know Darcy has more openings than I do in her 3 month program.
Yes.
We have a signature program that's 8 weeks. It's great. It teaches you the science. It teaches you how to do the things. You meet with your coach for four sessions and in that 8 weeks. I can't talk today. But the most successful program we have is the 3 month.
Yes.
If I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you, if you go download our webinar, there is a coupon
Ooh.
at the end for $200. And I even put it on Darcy's program. She doesn't know that yet. I did. And I'm not sorry about it either.
There's a whole lot of changes happening. I signed into my macros and I'm like,
oh no.
What is this?
I told you. I warned you. I worked hard on vacation.
You did. It's a lot.
Yeah,
We're all learning together, but we're going with the flow.
We are.
Luckily, you taught me well to just.
I know. I hope.
Go with the
we'll have to have a side conversation to make sure that the inside macros thing works. You guys, you are loved, and apparently put on a comedy show every Tuesday morning at 10 a.m. Actually,
maybe we just think we're funny.
11. Yeah, it's only you and I.
It's only you.
Gary's like, oh my gosh. All right, guys, we love you. We've been on here 32 minutes. Probably 2 minutes too long.
It's all right.
And you have a field trip or something you're taking, but go download our webinar on how to break emotional eating. If you need help, reach out to us, send us your email. We'll reach out to you. Sign up for a free health assessment. That's the best way you can do it. Even before even if you think you know what you want, and I'm going to go buy that, 3-month program, set up a call with us first.
Yeah.
Okay. We want to talk to you face to face. All right, guys.
Or ear to ear.
Ear to ear. All right. I'm going to go unwork out myself here and get busy with a whole day of clients.
Yes.
All right. And I think we close this out by hitting the X button.
X. Correct? Yes.
All right. Bye. We'll see you next week, guys.